You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie 'em to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at. Ain't turning back around. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. All the blood, sweat, and sacrifice.
Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey Shannon, look at that. You even got a notification. Amazing. I'm just going to share this out to a couple of people's here. So hang on one sec. 1 second. I got to share to all the groups. And feel free to share, hit the share button, tag your friends, get everybody in on this. I'm gonna try and keep it like low key tonight. I've had a rough day yesterday. Yesterday was a rough day. I had a family member of mine pass away yesterday, so that was shocking news in the evening, even for psychics and mediums. I don't always see death coming. Hello, Anne. You are catching alive. Look at that. Amazing. Hey, Danette. Oh, Danette. Can you share it to your group? I was going to hit the share button and I completely forgot to do that. Can you do that? Can you do that, please? Please. Thanks. So welcome to the Pendulum's Path, everybody. Thank you, Brenda. It's yeah. Okay. So I'll give to honor his memory. I will talk about him for just a moment. So it was my uncle, Dave. Sometimes in life you pick your family, but this man has known me since my mother was pregnant with me, and he's been in my family's life forever and ever and ever. And Dave used to work in Hollywood doing movies. He worked on like the Alien movies. He worked on Indiana Jones. He's worked on like everything. He's just worked on everything, like every massive explosion that you've seen in like any good movie. It's a good chance it was Dave's responsibility to make that happen. And he was also doing all of the special effects on the Dexter TV show. So if anybody's a fan of Dexter, all of the special effects came from my uncle Dave Watkins. And I grew up kind of in the film industry, kind of. My mom worked on the Superman movies with Dave, the original Superman movies, like with Christopher Reeve. And that was long before I was even a thought in my mom's head. But I grew up with a lot of I don't know, special effects shit around my house sometimes. Especially around Dave. But he will be very, very greatly missed. Very, very greatly missed. He was a very big guy. Physically, energetically, he was a force to be reckoned with. And I have cried so many tears last night that I'm all cried out. So I'm just kind of in like that numb grief stage at the moment. But that's what happened to me yesterday. So good times, right? Death is an unfortunate side effect of living, and my heart breaks for his wife and his children. But I do know he is in a much better place, or he's on his way to a much better place. So let's get some readings done. Also, if anybody wants to book a reading with me, I'm just going to say this now. If anybody at any time wants to book a reading with me, please come to my website at www.thependulumspath.com. You can book in with me there. I have 15, 30, and 60-minute sessions available, and I have non-present email readings as well. So if anybody is interested in getting a in-depth reading with me, please head to my website. I also sell crystals, oils, and balms as well. Not bombs, balms, little creams that you rub on your body. Okay, I don't sell bombs, so don't come at me for that. Let's see who's coming on here. It is going to be, I think I'm going to keep it like low-key energy. I'm not going to get too crazy, I don't think. But I am going to go ahead and invite Spirit into my space. they here. So if anybody wants a reading tonight, I don't even know. You can just say me, pick me, or I would like one, or you can write a question down, whatever it is that you are wanting insight into. Hello, Mariah. How are you, my darling? There was somebody who said something earlier. Let me go scroll back up. Do 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 do. Do do do. Oh, come on, card. I'll go for Anne Williams here. Okay, so Anne, while I do not know you personally or your situation, the card of displacement came out, and that might be feeling like you're kind of feeling like maybe displaced in the relationship at the moment, or that like things might be feeling a little bit off. You are not alone, my dear. Mercury is in retrograde right now, and there's a lot of communication issues, and there's a lot of like nitpicking and like just chaos that's happening around a lot of relationships at the moment. So please know that this is not just happening to you, but like that feeling of unease or that feeling of displacement that will soon pass. Just get a new perspective. Just think energetically things are happening. I feel like that they might also your partner might be going through a little bit of like mental chaos in their mind, and they're not really willing to like share that with you, or they're kind of holding that in a little bit. Spirit's just kind of advising you to just kind of watch and wait. I know that like watching and waiting takes forever to do, and patience is not a virtue that very many people of us have. But Spirit is just kind of advising you to just kind of like sit and wait. And I do feel like that it's kind of, I almost want to say like, you'll catch more flies with honey. And I know that there's a web here, but I just had like that phrase of like, you'll catch more flies with honey. So be patient with him. Okay. Be patient with him. Isn't it beautiful? I love this new deck, Danielle. I love it. 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 And I knew that you were going to come on, Danielle. That's why I sent you the message. And I was like, I know that you'll be awake. So I'm doing okay, Mariah. Still in the shock of losing my uncle yesterday, but other than that, I am okay. Do. Anne McCardle, my dear, you've had some weird stuff going on. The card of anomaly comes out, and I do feel like that you've been getting quite a few more signs from Spirit lately. Maybe you've been becoming a little bit more spiritually aware, or just noticing the odd things that are happening around you. Please know that these little like weird things that are happening around you are actually gifts from Spirit, and there are signs that are leading you in the right direction. Release the worry that you have, my darling. Release the worry that you have. Okay, you might need to distract yourself a little bit from like anxiety and things like that, but pay attention to your own intuition, pay attention to your own insight. Use that noggin. Okay, use your noggin. All right, let that curiosity of yours lead you down a new path, not necessarily towards existential crisis, but setting you down a new path. Do. La la la. Let's go down to, and I hope that all of the readings make sense for everybody that receives them tonight. Let me know how they resonate. Tracy, Tracy, Tracy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The card of ghosts comes out for you and the card of mischief. If things are kind of running amok in your home at the moment, or if things are like energetically just getting stirred up, because I'm seeing like dust being stirred up, take this as a warning that there might be an impending battle coming up. Okay. I feel like that their attention's running high at the moment, or that there is like a cauldron that is starting to bubble. Don't resist this. I feel like I want to say this is happening for you rather than happening to you. And there is going to be issues when it comes to communication with somebody. And I do feel like somebody might be not necessarily aggressive, but trying to be the alpha in this situation, which I am not really digging at the moment. And you might be having to like scavenge for affection or scavenge for that bond with this person. And I do feel like that this tornado that's coming is going to leave them feeling rather exposed. But I do feel like that this is actually going to be a good thing for you. I don't know why I'm saying that. And I do feel like that this is something that's going to be happening rather than something that's like happening currently at this moment. But I do feel like that energy is coming up. So let me know in the next few days if like there was like a really big row that's happening in or around your space. Make sure that you ground yourself, or at least try to remain grounded during it. I know it's really, really hard to do that whenever your like emotions are high and everyone's like really pissed off about shit. But try to get grounded, or try to distance yourself and breathe through this person's aggressions towards you. Okay. It's them, not you. Hope that makes sense. You know, this is, do I even have the box out here with me? I do. Let me show you, Danielle. This is the deck that I have. It's the Urban Crow Oracle deck. They do have a tarot deck and an Oracle deck, and I do believe they are also coming out with a third. I don't know if it's by the author. I think it has something to do with the Urban Crow. I'm pretty positive that there's like a third part, tarot, oracle, and then there's going to be another tool or deck that they kind of put out together. So I'm definitely keeping my eyeballs peeled for that, because I love this deck. I really do. I like it. And there have been quite a few crows around my home lately, which I'm fully appreciative of. I love, love, love it. Me too, Brenda. It's absolutely beautiful. I really do love it. It's funny because I love this card of ghosts. I really do, because like, I mean, it's a cemetery. But even though there's like one crow here, there's several shadows, like the ancestors that are flying with them. I really, really, really appreciate it. Like, I really love it. I find it beautiful. I do find it beautiful. Let me go up a second. Ooh, okay. So as I'm sitting here like shuffling, I literally, as I'm shuffling, I heard like the words "new direction," and then the very first card that comes out is the card of direction. Danielle, my darling, you are going in a new direction. Spirit is definitely taking you off in a new direction. And I do feel like you're going to soar with it this time, or it's like you are more prepared to spread your wings. And this definitely has to do with your intuition. It definitely has to do with your insight. Okay. It definitely has to do with like scrying and seeing and all of that stuff. Okay. Distance yourself from your own worry. I know that you are such a worrywart, and I love you so, so, so much. And you were constantly worried about so, so, so much. You need to take a little bit more self-interest, self-care, taking something literally for yourself. And instead of allowing someone else to take from you, or instead of you giving constantly to other people, you need to have a little bit more self-interest and have a little bit more self-love being put into yourself. If you're feeling displaced at the moment, there is balance that's going to be returning to you. Okay, pay attention and recognize what's influencing you at this time. Okay, what is influencing this feeling of worry and anxiety? I know that you know that. I know kind of what it is. Won't go into that too much, but make sure that you're being aware of what's influencing your mood and how you can change that. Like take your perspective and be like, I understand why I'm behaving this way, or I understand why I'm thinking or feeling this way, and this is what I can do to change that, or this is the perspective that I should be having at this time. And I know that you understand that, and you know that I am saying that with absolute love. But I like this new direction that you're going in. Hope that makes sense for you. This makes so much sense. Of course it does. I know that you know that it does. It's like, I know that you know exactly what this means, and it's fine. I do also see, Danielle, there's like the giant knot of chaos that you're trying to untangle. It's getting looser. Does that make sense for you? It's getting looser, like things are being untangled and you're able to see things a little bit more clearly. It's like I feel like I can see where the end and the beginning is now. I don't know if that makes sense for you. I hope that it does, but it's like I'm seeing a giant ball of yarn and I'm seeing the two ends being pulled apart, and like the giant knot is slowly starting to unravel. I know that that'll make a lot more sense to you metaphorically than it does to me. You know how spirit works. You just like me. 100% makes sense. Of course. Thank you. I'm glad. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Ashley. How are you, my darling? Hello. Hey, Christy. Long time no see. There's Stacy Sue. How are you? Let's go to Kelly Corbett. Okay, so I'm just going to take those. Kelly, if you feel like that you are on survival mode at the moment, like there's slim pickings out there for you at the moment, whether that is financial, in love, whatever that looks like for you, okay, whatever that means for you, wherever you are struggling to survive at the moment, take a deep breath. Everything's going to work out for you, okay? There is abundance coming for you. You will not be in this state of survival anymore. And I even feel like once like November, like mid-November starts happening, you're really going to start taking off and soaring in your own journey. And I do feel like that you're going to dominate this in a situation. Like you kind of got it by the balls in a way. And I do feel like that this new direction that you are going in, or this new doorway that's opening up to you, not only is it going to bring a lot more balance back into life and kind of like, oh, look at that. There's some more luck coming your way. Okay. I do feel like that this has everything to do with your heart's desire. Okay. Or what it is that you were pouring all of this energy into your heart, and what it is that you are trying to manifest. And you're just like, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm really scavenging and like stuck on survival at this moment. Okay. Let your walls down just a little bit. Don't be so defensive and don't be so apprehensive. Okay. I don't want to say like, don't be so apprehensive. Don't be so scared. Life in itself is scary as shit. Nothing about life is like not scary. Everything is scary. Okay. Even from taking your first steps to taking your last steps, it's scary. Okay. And we are all in it together, just screaming on this damn roller coaster ride. But please know that this giant roller coaster ride that you were on is actually coming to an end, and you're just going to get back up on a more pleasant theme park ride. Okay, so this roller coaster that you've been on for a little bit, that will come to an end, and things will actually start looking a hell of a lot better for you. I hope that makes sense for you. Let me know how it does. And if you want to leave reviews, please leave reviews. You can head to my website at www.thependulumspath.com, and you can leave a review or feedback there by clicking the very bottom of my website, or you can leave a review for me on my Facebook page. You can also find me on TikTok. I also have a YouTube channel, and in order for me to go fully live on there, I need a whole bunch more subscribers. I hit 50 today, and I was like, yes, I have 50 subscribers, and I need a whole lot more. So if everybody wants to go over there and hit the subscribe button, my lives are being posted there, but sometimes they're not fully live while I'm doing them for some reason. So I am doing readings, Ashley. I'm just going through who I'm drawn to at this second. I hope that makes sense for you. Let me know if it does. Let me know how that resonates for you. Because being a psychic is one thing, but if we don't know why it resonates or how it resonates, or even if it makes sense, then it's kind of just one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know if I got that right, but I hope that it does make sense for you. I just say what spirit tells me to say, and I spit it out and hope that someone on the other side goes, oh my God, how did you know? It's fun. Made total sense to her. Perfect. Good. I'm glad. I like that. Okay, so Ashley, Spirit is kind of touching on your heart a little bit with any grief that you are having at the moment, or any. It's almost like I see someone digging up a grave and all of those memories are coming up. So I don't know if something has recently been re-earthed or something has come back from the dead, so to speak, or if there are just some memories that are coming up at the moment that is causing you some grief. Please know that you are, first of all, being protected, heavily protected. There's evil eyes all around you here. And your ancestors are definitely watching over you, touching on that grief. In order for you to kind of get through this, Spirit's kind of advising you to reevaluate your routines a little bit, or reevaluate the cycles that you go through. In a way, it's kind of like, this is work and this is home. Okay. And life is all about, well, at this moment, we wake up, we go to work, we come home, we wake up, we go to work, we go home. What is happening around here that's causing you grief or causing you stress, maybe readdress that. Maybe you need to take time after work to unwind or de-stress or just like disassociate for a little bit. Or maybe you just need to get up to a little bit more mischief in your life and maybe play a little bit more or bring a little bit more fun back into your life. When it comes to the work environment, Spirit is telling you to kind of get ready and get your financials in a row. I do anticipate some big changes coming in your life when it comes to your career, and there's going to be a lot more financial abundance, and hell yeah, there's some luck coming with it. And with that comes the card of teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, okay? There will be possibly a new move that's coming out. I don't know if it's like a new store or a new location or something along those lines. I don't feel like it's a negative thing though. Sometimes being displaced is a good thing, or just taking on a new role is a fun thing. And I do feel like that this is going to be given to you in a form of like a gift. So I do feel like it's going to be quite positive for you, and I'm really, really looking forward to that for you. But again, Spirit's just telling you that like maybe you need to like distract yourself from some stresses that are happening around you at this moment. And I also want to say, I want to focus on that dog energy as well. I don't know if you have lost a dog recently or if there is an animal that is sick around you or something along those lines, but I do feel like that there is an animal spirit that is around you as well, kind of like touching on your legs and your feet and laying down at your feet. I don't know if that's happening presently or if that is something that a pet that you have lost recently would do, but I do feel like that energy is around you as well. So let me know how that is for you. Okay. Hope that makes sense. And whenever things do happen, like if I say like I feel something is coming up for you and then it happens, tell me it's happened. I love getting those messages when people are like, you're not going to believe this. And I'm like, tell me everything. Like, you remember like 4 weeks ago when you said this, and this? And I'm like, nope. I have no clue, because after I get off these shows, I forget everything that I have just said to all of you people, even though I love you dearly. I don't remember half the stuff I say. So if stuff does happen, message me, let me know. I love hearing like that feedback. I love getting that feedback. You have a service dog and she's always following you and staying up your butt. Well, she's probably picking up on that stressful energy that you were kind of carrying around you. Okay. So pay attention to, even when we pay attention to how our animals are behaving around us, that 9 times out of 10 shows us the energy that's around us physically. Like whenever we're feeling poorly or unwell or just under the weather, our animals have a tendency to come and comfort us more or be up our butt a heck of a lot more. So if your animals are behaving differently or a little bit more needy than usual, it's probably because they're picking up on that energy and sending you healing. You're welcome, Ashley. Shelly, my dear, if you were going through a really hard time at the moment as well, I mean, everyone is at the moment. Retrograde sucks balls. Shelly, I do feel like that there is like a I don't want to say depressive, but like a heavy energy around you, and this might be somebody who has either addiction issues or has control issues or is just like a major influence in your life that's really kind of like bringing you down. I almost feel like that there's a lot of just na going on, and there's you kind of putting your head down trying to ignore what's going on, but then there's like all this other like chaos and trash around this other person that they're bringing in. Release that, whatever that looks like for you. I hear just let it go. You got to let it go. Okay, you just got to let it go. Okay. I do feel like that this person is kind of exposing themselves in a way and really showing their true colors. And in a way, I feel like that they might be toying with you or playing with you or playing with your energy. And I don't like that. Okay. I want you to pay attention to the red flags that are happening around you. I know that this is a card of memory, and there might even be memories of like these certain things happening again, or like things that have happened in the past. And you're like, I've gone through this shit before. And what didn't I do the last time that I should have done? If there is something that you need to do that you didn't do in the past when all these red flags were coming up, this is your warning to kind of make those decisions. And I feel like if you, or when you are ready to let this energy go or let this negativity go out the door and say bye now, it will be like you're giving a gift to yourself, and there will be a period of grief that you go through. But I do feel like you're going to be able to get back into your routine pretty quickly. But I do feel like there's somebody that's around you that's kind of causing you mischief and kind of like pecking at your butt a little bit. And again, bullies got to go. Bullies got to go. Bullies got to go. Brenda Brown, yes, I do still see a book in your future. You just need to sit down and start writing it. All of those notes and all of those ideas that you have written down, and you're like, I have every intention of doing this. But like writing a few paragraphs or like a couple of pages is not a book. I'm just hearing she needs to take the time. Like you need to sit down and actually take the time. Are you also doing voice notes? I'm not even going to use cards for you, Brenda. Are you doing voice notes? Like whenever you get an idea in your head or like a phrase that you want to say or a paragraph or something along those lines, you're like, oh, I should include that in the book. And then as soon as you thought I should put it in the book, you don't put it in the book, or you don't write those little notes down. Grab a recorder. There's like thousands of apps on your phone that's like you can literally like voice record a message and play it back and transcribe it and edit it and move that into your space. Run, she's calling all of our writers out. Run! Yeah, Shannon, if you can take a message from this too. Oh, look at that. I have a new voice recorder. Maybe you should use it, Brenda. Maybe you should use that. I didn't know that you got a new voice recorder. That's cool. I want a voice recorder. I mean, I have one on my phone, but it's not really like the same thing. You know what I mean? It's not really the same. But I was like, I don't know why I want to say. You need to start like recording your little notes and then actually using that and writing it down. Even if it's like the most like random thing, like you're in the bathroom brushing your teeth and you're like, oh my God, that's a genius idea. Stop brushing your teeth and put a little thing on your little voice thing. Even if it makes no sense to you later, just write it down. Sometimes getting our thoughts out, it gets that process going and it gets those juices going. And once the wheel starts going, the hamster won't stop. Okay? Excuses, excuses, excuses. I'm just messing. I'm just messing. Amazon just had a half off deal. Well, then there we go. I'm gonna have to get in on that. Good evening, Jade. How are you? Welcome, welcome. There's a male around you in your home, Stacy. There's a male energy in your home. I feel it's quite a large male energy, like a really big guy. And I'm even seeing like very little hair, or like I don't know why they're showing me Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. I don't know why they're showing me Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, but that's who I'm seeing. So I don't know if there was somebody in your life that you would kind of equate to Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, somebody that would look like that. Either they'd have like a hooked nose and like bald on the top and then like just have like that little ring of hair around them. But that's who I'm being shown. Like somebody who looks like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. That's the first time I've ever had like a really like a cartoon reference be popped in my head from Spirit, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Are you also smelling? Like it's almost like What does it smell? Can you give that to me again? It's almost like, it's the best way I can describe it is like burning dust or hot dust or like something that's mildly burning. It's not like hot, like a smell of hot heat, but it's like the smell of like something that was recently burnt. Let me know if that makes sense for you. I have absolutely no idea. To turn on the live notifications, you have to, I think you have to like and follow my page, and then you'll hit like the little bell that has the notifications, and you just click on like the get all the notifications, just all of them. And you do smell that burning shit. Okay. Like I can smell it. They keep giving it to me like that little whiff of like something that's like burning. It's like just like sawdusty, like hot sawdust. That's such a weird thing to describe. It could be Gary. It very well could be. Actually, I just got like a little tingle up on my right side, so I would take that as validation. I would absolutely take that as validation there. And I'm also hearing the name, like the word anniversary. So I don't know if it's like either the anniversary of their passing that's coming up, or it's like their birthday or like some kind of like anniversary. Like there's something to do with this person and you that you are aware of, like an anniversary or like an annual turning of the sun. So it's like whenever they show me like the whole world just making one full turn, it's like it's been okay. So that would be why his energy is so heavy around you at the moment, and that memory of him is coming up. Feel free to communicate with him. I would even say like light some incense or light a candle for him and let him know that if you are okay with him being in your space, that it's okay for him to kind of come into your space a little bit more, or just kind of welcome him into that. It's like I feel like there's like a little bit of apprehension there. It's not like he's afraid to, but it's like he's like, I just don't want to like startle her, but she's definitely aware that I'm around. I don't know if he had this is gonna sound so weird. I don't know if he had a problem with like putting things in the sink or like stacking dishes up next to the sink, and it would drive you absolutely mad, or if you just have a pile of dishes next to your sink at the moment, but he's kind of like pointing to the sink and the pile of dishes that are next to the sink, and he's kind of laughing about it. Like he thinks it's kind of low-key funny how annoying that was. So if he did that, he's kind of bringing that memory back up into my head. He's like, look at all this stuff on the side of the sink. There's nothing in the sink. Absolutely nothing in the sink. There's nothing in the sink. And I just put it next to the sink and I would just walk away. That's what I'm saying. Oh, sweetheart, don't cry. He loves you so, so much. Do you still have a ring? He's showing me like his hands. So I don't know if you have like a piece of jewelry that was his or that he gave you that you still kind of fiddle with. But his energy has been put into something that's on like your hands or your wrists. Because he keeps like putting like energy into like the hands and the wrists area. So if there is something that you have at the moment that you're wearing that kind of like you play with, that you think of him whenever you play with it or something along those lines, know that that energy is still in that piece of jewelry or that item that you have that you kind of fiddle with. Okay, but please know that he is around you, and he's like, I'm not going anywhere unless she tells me to fuck off. You know, spirits like that. If you tell them to fuck off, they'll fuck off. But most of the time, they are always around us. Okay. But he is sending you like all the signs and signals that he is there. That smell that you're smelling, that is definitely him. They wouldn't have given me that smell and then have you validate, like, hell yeah, I'm smelling that in my house. So take that as the knowledge that he is around you and he still loves you ever so dearly. Oh, he knows that, sweetheart. He knows that. And he hears you right now. always fun when mediumship happens, isn't it? It's always a nice surprise. They're just like, stop, don't even use the cards. We're going to talk to the dead. All right, Stephanie. Right when I was connecting with you, I heard like unlucky in love. And then I was like getting all of like things like The Bachelor and Roses Being Given and Love Island and like all of like these weird dating shows where just everything goes to shit in the relationships. And I almost feel like somebody's either playing a game with you or is playing games with you or has in the past. And I do feel like that somebody is making some very risky decisions at the moment. And these risky decisions or these choices that somebody, either it is yourself or somebody around you, you will know that better than I do. But I do feel like that there's going to be kind of like a downfall from their risky behavior at the moment. And I also feel like somebody is either not being truthful or not telling the whole truth. Someone's not being fully honest with you. It's kind of like they're just squawking a bunch of stories and there's like you down there just like, really? You're like, really you think I'm going to believe that? It's just like a bunch of nonsense coming out of this person. Spirit is advising you to kind of start preparing. I do feel like that you anticipate something happening, and if there's any fear in your heart or fear in your mind about this, please know that endings are always endings that are happening in this manner for you, or things that are coming to an end, or a door that is closing is happening for you. It's not happening to you. And Spirit is advising you to kind of release that, maybe go through the grief process or disappointment, but don't let your tears roll off of you. Okay. Lean on your community, lean on your friends and things like that during like that hard time and things like that. Like make sure that you're leaning on your support systems at this time. But I do feel like somebody is not telling you the whole truth, or they're spouting a bunch of BS. Okay. And I do feel like that you need to pay attention to your own intuition a little bit more. If you feel like something ain't right, or if it smells a little bit, it smells a little bit. Okay. If it stinks, it stinks. You don't need anybody else's, you don't need proof. Okay. I just want to say that, like, you don't need proof. But if you feel like somebody is lying to you or someone's not being fully honest with you, I would agree with you on that, my darling. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Really? Block user. Scammers. Freaking scammers. Delete comment. That's annoying. Sorry about that. Right when I'm sitting there talking about liars and stuff, and then there's a scammer that comes right on my page. I'm like, what are the odds? Good evening, Brandy. How are you, my dear? But Stephanie, I do feel like it's like you've got all the tools that you need to. You've got the arsenal. You've got the swords. You've got the bayonets. You've got like basically every weapon in your closet to fight back with this person. And stand your ground and be like, no, I know what the truth is. Even if you don't have proof of the truth, just knowing what the truth is, that's enough. Okay. I say that to so many people all the time. I'm like, sometimes you don't need proof. Sometimes your intuition is enough. It's enough. It really is. It's enough. Spirit leads us all the time in the direction that we're supposed to go. Sometimes we don't listen to it, and that's okay. It's okay if we don't listen. It's okay if we get it wrong. It's life. It's just practicing. Seriously. Like there's no manual to being a human. There's no manual to doing things right. We all have free will. We have the free will to make our own decisions and make our own mistakes. And it's up to us to fucking fix them, right? Or at least own up to them. But sometimes I'm just like, how hard is it for people to just like not be a dick? Like, why is that so hard some days? Like, why is that so hard? It's frustrating. People be assholes. Unnecessarily. You know? Unnecessarily. And if anybody wants to leave a tip or donation tonight, please do so. I appreciate them oh so much. It goes towards paying my electricity bill so I can keep doing this. Because if I can't pay my bills, I gotta quit doing this. Because I am a full-time psychic medium. And if anybody wants to book in with me for a bigger reading, please head to my website at thependulumspath.com. You can get a link from my page on Facebook, or just Google The Pendulum's Path. You will find me. And as of December, coming up in December, the Pendulum's Path Facebook page will have been open for 3 years. 3 years. That's amazing. 3 years. That's insane. All right, let me see who else is here. Hey, Jason, how are you doing, dude? It's not like I haven't talked to you like today, like 7, 8, 9 times. There's some people I'm like, it's been forever since I've seen you. I was like, I just talked to you. I think I got time for a few more. Let's do Brandy. Hey, Marissa. Brandy, you have a grandmother figure that is around you, and she shows me glasses. So whichever grandmother that you have that had glasses, and I feel like that they're like either like a peachy or a pink or like maybe like an orangey color. They're not like dark frames. Like they're light, like clear light, maybe like really like kind of octagonal or like just really like big frames. Not like mine. Like the bigger rounded frames, ones that like you'd be able to see like their eyebrows through. And she's showing me slippers. So I don't know if she's like she lived in slippers or just like nearing the end of her life. Like that's all she was able to put on was like these little like fuzzy slides. They're almost like little hotel slides, like the little terry cloth things. That's kind of what she's showing me. And I'm hearing like shuffling of the feet. And I'm also seeing a walker as well. So she's also showing me like hip issues. And like small fractures. So I don't know if she suffered from like severe arthritis or if she has severely arthritic joints. But this is the woman that is watching over you. I do feel like that she's more like a guardian angel or a guiding soul. Bifocals, maybe. Okay. Brandy. I feel like that someone is trying to distract you at this moment, or trying to distract you from seeing the truth or trying to see through them. Please take their distractions as a warning. Okay, take their distractions as a warning. I do feel like that they are kind of pulling the wool over your eyes or trying to create an illusion around you, and the truth will come out. Okay, they will end up being exposed, and I feel like their red flags are going to end up being like on fire. Okay, they might be resistant to taking ownership for their bullshit. Okay, but make sure that you're setting your boundaries with this person and like really not letting them pass anymore. Like really build like a fence. Okay, And that's just like the advice and guidance that they have for you. Like, build a fence with this person. I do feel like that they've been giving you the warning signs for a little bit. And if you've been on the fence about thinking about like, is this like, should I really pay attention to this? Pay attention to it, okay? If something stinks, it's rotten. Oh, my back. I can't wait to get pain relief for my back. Sacroiliac joint dysfunction and bulging discs are not fun. Marissa. Has there been some new communication in your life? Someone been sliding into your DMs recently? Has someone else been coming into your life that may be influencing you a little bit? Is there a new influence in your life? Are you I'm just gonna leave that there because like that really just says it all. Spill it. Spill it, Marissa. Spill it. Because I do feel like that this person's quite an anomaly. They're quite a word. She's like, I'm saying nothing. I'm gonna say absolutely nothing, and I'm just gonna leave this little emoji here and just let Natalie figure it out for herself, right? This Stacy, she's like, busted. Busted. Okay, so this she's like, I ain't saying shit. So this new person, this anomaly, shut it, Stacy. This new person, this like white bird, this like shocking like new thing. Okay, I do feel like that you're getting into a new routine. Okay. You know what, Shannon? Sometimes I really wish that was a thing, because I will be absolutely devoted to somebody for 5K a week. I'll be like, I am all yours. As long as I don't have to do anything, I am all yours. Just give me the money first. You can have me. I don't care. But I do feel like that you are getting into a new routine in your life, maybe getting up to a little bit of mischief. Okay. All right. Maybe getting into a little bit of mischief, okay? Don't be too risky, okay? Don't take any big risks in this, but make sure you're taking the time to play and enjoy this situation, okay? But also do not resist. Don't resist letting your walls down, my dear, okay? I know that you're constantly in a state of like anticipating like the shit hitting the fan, or you're always anticipating like something not going right. But I do feel like that you guys have a little bit more teamwork energy that comes into play here. So take the time to, take the time to really get to know each other. Okay. Like open up that little dusty cabinet of yours. You know, the dust. I'm not talking about the cabinet in between your legs. I'm talking about the dusty cabinet up in here. Okay. But there is somebody coming in. I get the offer, but they can never prove that they got the money. That is so true, isn't it? The cobwebs are gone. I can just hear you all just laughing. I can just totally hear it. I can totally hear it. The cobwebs are gone. Stacey's like, I freaking knew it. She's like, spill it. Who is he? Who is he? Now I'm curious. Now I want to know. You're going to have to message me afterward and be like, God damn it, Natalie. Why is it you always know all the shit? Also, Marissa, I'm also being shown your little monitor. I don't know if you've been having trouble with your monitor or if you're just not checking it enough. If you're just not checking it enough. Or if you need to like maybe pay attention to that monitor a little bit more. Okay. Brenda's like, now where did I put the voice recorder? Check in a drawer. I don't know which drawer. Don't ask me which drawer. But they just showed me pulling out a drawer. So if it's in a drawer, message me and be like, oh my God, it was in a drawer. And you are welcome, Brandy. I love you too. Also, Marissa, are you counting down the days to something? Are you like circling days or crossing off days on a calendar, counting down to something? Like tickets booked or something along those lines. Because I'm hearing the word anticipation and then I'm seeing the calendar like being circled or like crossed off on like the calendar. And there's excitement around that. So I don't know if you have like a big event coming up or if something like counting down the days to something. Like, don't forget me. Don't forget me. Whoops. All right, I think I got time for one more. And then I need to go and eat me some food. I gotta eat me some food. Well, that's what that is. That's probably what that is. That's probably what that is. All right. Yeah, Stacey, that would most likely be Gary. For Maddie Price. Okay. Oh. So the card of waterproof comes out. If you are feeling emotionally overwhelmed at the moment, allow yourself to process that emotion or release that emotion, but don't allow yourself to hold on to those tears. Crows and ravens have a naturally like oily coating on their feathers so that whenever it rains, the rain will literally just slide right off of their feathers. It hits them, but it doesn't absorb into them. The tears or the raindrops just kind of like slide right off of them. And Spirit is advising you or trying to comfort you and saying, don't allow yourself to become too emotionally overwhelmed. If you feel like that you are in survival mode at the moment, mentally, emotionally, whatever that is, maybe change your perspective a little bit or seek a new perspective. There are things or people around you that are influencing this mood change or this situation. It could even be work as well, or work environments that are happening. Okay. Spirit is advising you to set your boundaries or set some distance between yourself and all of this chaos that's happening around you, and maybe find time to play with yourself, things like that. Not like play with yourself, but get out there and have a little bit of fun, and maybe allow yourself to spread your wings and like vacate that energy, or at least leave some of that energy behind. You are still going through a lot of growth energetically. And if you are feeling kind of displaced at this moment, there will be a sudden drastic change that comes. And I even feel like the beginning of next year, you're going to look back at who you were this year and you're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, I'm definitely not the same person I was even last year. So there will be a big change coming for you. And it's almost like I see you glowing and kind of shedding off all of that darkness and stepping into your light. And I do feel like that next year is going to be bringing a hell of a lot more luck, and you will be spending a bit more time taking care of yourself a little bit more, or like paying attention to yourself and giving yourself a little bit more self-love. Okay. So look into that for like coming into like the next year, but make sure that you are like separating yourself or marking your territory and not allowing people to overwhelm you so emotionally, or set that boundary and be like, I got to bounce out of here because this is just not my style at the moment. I can't deal with this. It's too much. And you have absolutely every right to walk away from people and energies and places and things in your life that do not suit you. You are so welcome, Stacy. Actually, I just saw if you want to be really funny and kind of passive aggressive with him, go and get a nose strip, like one of those nose strips, and put it where he would have slept. See if it stops. I know it sounds weird, but see if it stops. And Maddie Price, keep your inner faith, okay? Keep that inner strength going, okay? It might seem like your torch has very, very little fire at the moment. You will be able to get that fire roaring again, okay? You will be able to get that fire roaring again, and you will be able to look back probably by March of next year. You're going to look back even at like this month and be like, okay, so I really didn't need to worry all that much, okay? All right, but take care of yourself enough to know, I need to take a step back from this person, this place, this energy, and be like, you know what? This isn't serving me my highest good anymore. This is causing me more harm than it is good. And I love myself enough to not entertain that anymore. Before I close out, which one do I want to do? I want to do like one message for like all of us. Okay. I want to do like an affirmation card for all of us. Let's do that. Let's do an affirmation card for all of us, because why the hell not? Thank you, spirits, angels, ancestors, and guides, for coming through for all of us with a message of hope and affirmations, so that the rest of next week and we can kick fucking ass. Death is my homie. Death is divine. If you lived each day as if it were your last, how would your experience change? You probably wouldn't complain about the weather, whine about your job, or think about things like, why can't I just catch a break? Instead, you'd be out raging in your undies in the middle of a rainstorm, climbing up an apple tree, shedding tears to the beauty of the natural world. You'd be yelling cowabunga as you swing down from a branch into a puddle of glorious mud, the elixir of the earth. You wouldn't be resentful or entitled. You would be appreciative and full of love. The closer you hang to your homie death, the more your moments come alive. Don't spend every day living in darkness and fear. If this was going to be your last day, how would you live it? How would you treat those around you? I know that people say, like, treat every day as if it's your last because you never know what's going to happen. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Even for me, I don't know when I'm going to die. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I know where I'm going once I get there. And I know where all of us are going to end up when we get there. But make sure that you are living your life the best that you possibly can. Okay. Give each other hope, uplift each other. If you see someone that's down, give them a hug, give them a pep talk, let them know it's okay. Life sucks and I'm in there with it too, you know, but reach out to each other, be a pillar of hope for others to lean on. Okay. We're all here to teach and learn from one another, whether it's from our own mistakes, our own undoings, or our own successes. Okay. So we are here as a team. Okay. That's what we're all here for, is to work together as a team. I love you all so, so, so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure to connect with you and your loved ones this evening. Hopefully next Saturday, I'll check the weather, see what it's going to be like. But next week I should be on again, Saturday at 8 p.m. And then the third Thursday of next month as well, I will be joining ASIN night for coffee and tea. So keep a lookout for that as well. And also coming up the first Saturday in October, I will be at the Case Paranormal Expo. That's going to be in Cheat Lake, West Virginia. I will be there all day doing readings. So if you want to come down and meet with me and say hi, grab a picture, grab some crystals or things like that, come on down, say hi. I would absolutely love to see you all. But I've been on here for just over an hour. I'm going to love you and leave you guys. It's been an absolute blast hanging out with you. Thank you to everybody who came out this evening and shared my shit. I appreciate you all so much. You have a wonderful weekend. Sending so much love and light to you all. You have a great night. Bye, guys.